FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Washington football team. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there with a nice pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, past the 20, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll find Hall. 7 yards there and a first down.
Number 17. A gain of 7. First down, Los Angeles.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
On 40 extra points.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
got some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
On second down, here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it first and goal at the 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Herbert, third and goal. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Chase Young in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Able to escape. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
A lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on 1st down. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, it's Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with a Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more on that one and another first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes this Washington 28. Chargers 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. And scoring yet again. The Colts extend that lead. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point attempt to come here.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Come on, season's on the brink.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Now they try the right side here. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off near the 29. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going, and you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They don't give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on third down, Herbert. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game comfortably